Well, hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. For one, please make sure you encourage your friends and family to like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am Jamila Galt. And I am here with a new installment. I know I am always thinking of something. Those of you who know me, my brain is like a million tabs open. I'm always thinking about what's next, what's to come, what to do, where to go. Many of you know me, you know the different things that I do in my life besides being an educator, my personal life. And as I talk more on these videos, you'll probably get to know me a little bit more. So, these videos are called Teacher Dilemmas because there are quite a few dilemmas with being a teacher and educator. Now, I want to let you know it's not all going to be negative. I think sometimes people see the word dilemma and they think bad things. Dilemmas can be good things, right? It could be that it's time to give your kids a pick out of the treasure box. And there's one cherry dum dum left in the treasure box, and you want it, but you have a student that earned it. And the dilemma is, do you give it to the kid or do you keep it for yourself? That's a funny dilemma, right? Everything is not negative. But I wanted to come share this teacher dilemmas with you because I think it's important that we discuss these things. These videos are going to be no longer than 5 minutes. I'm going to work to bring you one every week. But we have some things to talk about. So I've already spent 2 minutes introducing myself. I've been a special education teacher for almost 14 years. And I have encountered a lot of dilemmas as a teacher. And one thing that I know also is that people very seldom hear me when I say this and believe me when I say this. They very seldom listen to teachers. I am not kidding. Teachers who talk all day in front of students, who teach students, who command the room, command an audience, are very rarely listened to by anyone. It's sad. But that's all going to change. Because I'm going to be talking about some teacher dilemmas on here, and maybe somebody will watch this video and reach out to me. Ellen DeGeneres, Tabitha Brown, I don't know, Tamron Hall, The View, anybody. They might reach out to me and interview me and ask me about some of these teacher dilemmas. So I'm excited. Sky is the limit. And here I go. One thing I want to start off talking about with the teacher dilemmas today is this. We are going to have to do a better job in this pandemic of bringing teachers and parents together as opposed to pulling us apart. Teachers have done a tremendous job since the beginning of time trying to make the teacher-community relationship a partnership. And what has happened in this pandemic is we have started to place the blame game. Everybody's mad. Parents are mad because the kids aren't in school. Teachers are mad because they're not being listened to. Everybody's going back and forth, and you throw the school board in there. It's difficult times for everyone. But what we have to remember is in the best interest of the kids, it is best that the teachers and the parents, school board, the community work together as partners. And right now, nobody wants to be partners with anybody because everybody's fighting. And many school boards, people don't know this because they don't read and they don't look into things until it starts to get bad. Many school board members are not educators or have ever been educators. That's not even a requirement to be on the school board. So you understand why things can be very frustrating for teachers, for educators, when they're trying to communicate to school board members who may not have the experience and the exposure that they have. We need teachers to keep lifting our voices. We need you to keep lifting your voices, make your voice heard, stand your ground. We have a first lady right now who is an educator who certainly understands. And we've had former first ladies that have been educators and that understand the dilemmas that teachers go through. And so right now we're in this battle of kids first, safety first. Kids first, safety first. And I can definitely say that they are one and the same. Like I said, I'm a special education teacher, and of course, school was shut down March 13th here in the United States for most places. I know in the state that I'm in Virginia. And nobody thought we would be doing this long, and no one thought it would look like this. But I've been back in the building since November 10th. And what it looks like when you're there and what it feels like is very different from things that are being portrayed, and very different from the understanding that I find that most people in the community have. I'm also a parent, so I have a unique perspective because I'm not just a teacher. I'm a parent, and there's nothing wrong with just being a teacher either. But what I'm saying is I was a teacher before I was a parent, and that gave me a different lens and a different perspective. And so we're tussling between kids first or safety first in the middle of a global pandemic. Parents and teachers are fighting. The school board and teachers are fighting. The superintendent, school board, and everyone else is fighting. And the dilemma in all of this today, as I end, is that teachers are still not being listened to as a whole. As a whole. I emailed multiple news media outlets to tell them that all the stories that I see that they run time after time are always coming from the perspective of a parent, or they're emailing a superintendent or some higher up. That's all I see on the news. All I hear is everything parents are going through. Everything I hear, everything that's being put out there, what parents are going through, what kids are going through. And I know what parents are going through because I am a parent. And I have 3 daughters that are home virtually with me. My husband is a high school teacher assistant, and he's home virtually also. So I know what parents are going through. But there's never enough discussion about teachers. And if you ask any teacher right now today, I guarantee they're going to tell you no one ever listens to teachers. And that's sad. And so I'm calling out celebrities. I'm calling out social media personnel. I'm calling out everybody. When you do interviews, when you're talking about homeschooling, when you're talking about virtual school, when you're talking about in-person school, when you're talking about special needs, when you're talking about all these things, I want to encourage you to reach out to a teacher. And don't just reach out to somebody who is well known to the whole world. I volunteered to take an interview, do an interview. Reach out to teachers. Our voice deserves to be heard. We are the career that helped make every other career. If it wasn't for teachers, many people wouldn't be who they are today. But every time an opportunity is had, a teacher is silenced. Well, no longer. So the Teacher Dilemma will be airing at least weekly, maybe a little bit more. It depends on what's going on in my mood. And today was a particularly rough day, and it dropped in my spirit, the Teacher Dilemma. So here I am on YouTube. Please make sure you encourage people to share this video. I'll be sharing tips also, but I want my teacher voice to be heard. And it will be heard. And you can help. Help make a teacher feel supported and cared for, loved and respected the same way that we do to everyone else. It's long overdue. It's about time. Teachers deserve better pay, more respect, honesty, transparency, and they really deserve the world for the things that we deal with as teachers. That's my first episode of the Teacher Dilemma. I hope you have a great rest of your week into the weekend.